Congratulations. And next up we have the Historic Fairview Cemetery. In 1881, what is now known as the Historic Fairview Cemetery recorded its first documented burial. Today, more than 12,000 people have been placed to rest at the Yale Road site. A nonprofit was formed in 2011 to help preserve the cemetery and share its history with the community. The nonprofit has no employees and is instead run by a volunteer board of directors. After nearly a decade of the board being essentially inactive, in 2020, a new board was brought to light. One of its biggest recent successes was offering Memorial Day tours in 2021. The tours sold out and served as an ideal way to introduce the community to the cemetery's notable history, while generating funds to help maintain the hallowed grounds. Congratulations to the Historic Fairview Cemetery Board of Directors.
The railroad came to Albuquerque. The population boomed. People lived and people died. And the first burial took place on the sandy East Mesa, about 2.5 miles east of Town Albuquerque, because it was sandy, so it was easy to dig, and it was above the Rio Grande floodplain. In the intervening years, founding families of Albuquerque and the state of New Mexico are buried there. You'll see family names like Gallus, Rodey, Sims, Bradbury and Stamm. 141 years since that first burial, the cemetery did go through a number of changes, including the end of perpetual care. The cemetery is located a couple of blocks east of Isotopes Park and south of the University of New Mexico. When you drive by the gates, very distinctive gates, you'll see dirt and tumbleweeds and fallen over headstones. That's what we inherited. And our mission is to restore the grounds to a beautiful high desert state and to share a remarkable history of the at least 12,000 people who are buried there. We have veterans, we have politicians, business people. It's all very remarkable. And what we set about to do was establish a website to begin with. We made road signs and maps and self-guided tours that you can download from our website. Our Veterans Day, Memorial Day events open people's eyes to the amazing outdoor history museum that we have in Historic Fairview Cemetery. The funds that we raised, we put toward fixing walls and putting up headstones that have been knocked down over the years or fallen over. And we hold volunteer cleanup sessions. So if you want to get some fresh air and great exercise, first Saturday morning of every month, we're out there raking tumbleweeds and goat heads and spreading mulch. Thankfully, tree companies that I've contacted are delivering their shredded mulch to our cemetery, and we are going to cover all 17.5 acres. There's a headstone. There are many wonderful sayings on the headstones in Historic Fairview Cemetery. One of my favorites is, God buries his workmen, but his work carries on. As we go forward, we hope to raise even more funds to restore. We have 2 veterans burial areas and a total of about 500 veterans scattered throughout the cemetery, and we need to restore those graves to honor. Also, we want to reset the rest of the markers that have fallen over. There's probably at least 100 of them, and continue to share the history of Albuquerque, New Mexico with interpretive signage throughout the cemetery. So I want to thank our board of directors there at table 11. We have bonded over shoveling mulch and raking tumbleweeds. And thank you to Albuquerque Business First for this award.